What's going on? We back with the boxing clinic. Early morning grind. I was up, putting the finishing touches on a venture that me and the Cali Enigma Boxing Network and the brother from Colossal Sports TV, Big Cool, is putting together. And I want you guys, if you're interested or just want to support the new movement, started a college football channel just for college football and basketball, college sports channel. And that link is in the description. So I would love it for you guys to go on and subscribe, even if you don't care about it. Once a week, we get together, talk the state of college football and basketball when respective sports kick off. And we'll be talking some SEC, Pac-10, Pac-12, everything. So I want you to go ahead and click the link and go ahead and subscribe. That'll be the fastest way to find it until, we get some more subscribers there. Much blessings. I'm going to be pushing it for the next few weeks until college football starting, even beyond then. So I definitely appreciate you guys if you, would like to, subscribe and check out what we got going on over there. But I'm talking about who's to blame. Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder for this fight not happening. Now, it's tough. It's tough, and I knew it wasn't happening from the beginning because I remember like 7-8 put up the old article, 7-8 Sports, where they already had a plan laid out for what they wanted from Anthony Joshua. Now, look no further than putting Povetkin and David Price on the undercard for Joseph Parker and Anthony Joshua. That was a big hint right there. And now they about to suit up and boot up for a purse bid that's coming pretty soon between Joshua and Povetkin, I believe. He should be announcing that in the next few hours unless they somehow got up to a Hail Mary deal. But in this situation, all signs point to Anthony Joshua didn't want it, man. He's a walking contradiction. He tells Deontay Boxing Nation when he went over at the Mayweather gym in Vegas when he was trying to close a deal to get Vladimir Klitschko to come out of retirement and fight him so he can avoid Luis Ortiz. I'm dangling carrot to get him to come out of retirement. He told Deontay, I really want to fight in Vegas. And who don't want to fight in Vegas? He wants the home court advantage. He doesn't want to leave the UK. And that's the mindset of a lot of UK fighters. Now, the truly special UK fighters that know they good or are very, very confident, they'll come over here. Kell Brook, Amir Khan, just to name a couple, they'll come over here and scrap. And it'd be no problem about it. But, the guys like Carl Froch, who did come over here only for the Super 6 fight, I believe. That's the only time he came over for Jermaine Taylor as well. So Carl Froch is in that class with them. But, guys like Billy Joe Saunders that came to Canada and never really wanted to leave the UK. Guys like Anthony Joshua, that's a mindset. That's already letting me know that you don't have enough confidence to come over here and win. Now, if Wilder's throwing around subpar numbers, I definitely agree. Anthony Joshua is the A-side in the situation. Wilder team let him down by letting Al Heyman managed fighter and Charles Martin go over there and fight Joshua for $7 million that, obviously Wilder couldn't provide to Charles Martin. Also, Joseph Parker fell in, missing the WBC Wilder drug test. And then seeing Wilder knock out Jerry Washington and not wanting to fight. Okay. Then Vladimir Klitschko, whatever reason happened between Deontay Wilder. So Joshua did his job by collecting the belts and becoming the A-side. You know what I'm saying? People say he did it in 21 fights. That's cool. I don't have no issue with it. If he did it in 21 fights, 71 fights, whatever it may be. But, people saying, well, Wilder ain't fought nobody. He's 40-0 with 39 knockouts. Why didn't Klitschko do that? Klitschko legitimately didn't fight anybody of substance. He fought a couple guys here and there. But most of those guys, over his career, he didn't do much with. It wasn't nothing really special. And look at Anthony Joshua's career. There's nobody on there that's special. There's nobody on that career that I say 100% whoops on Deontay Wilder or going to the Hall of Fame. All right? So that's my stance on that. But like I said, Anthony Joshua was the clear A-side. So if he didn't want to come to America, I have no issue with it. But, trying to give Wilder a low ball offer, I do have an issue with it. And people say, well, Wilder never made, at the end of the day, it's not about that. It's about percentages. And to offer a guy 12.5 and then a $15 million fee, that $15 million flat fee that Shelly Finkel confirmed, they only went up $2.5 million from the original offer. And he gets none of the percentages on the front or the back, or on the back end, or if it breaks Livegate, and also Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua was trying to control his US TV deal as well. So they control everything. He just gets no money from the US TV deal, no money from the UK TV deal, no money from the Livegate. He just takes a flat fee. But these are the same fans that was, mad that Canelo was only giving Golovkin a flat fee at first. See the hypocrites? And I know you're staring at yourself right now saying, yeah, he right. Yeah. Obviously, they have been talking to Alexander Verbitsky and Team Joshua for quite some time. And they laid it out in the article. That's what they was going to fight next. Why is Alexander Povetkin gifted this shot after failing 2 drug tests? And people saying, well, he was exonerated. No, he was never exonerated. Never exonerated. It's a fact that he failed 2 drug tests for 2 different PEDs. No way around that. He failed it. Boxing just doesn't have a commission. Because look at Antonio Margarito. He had 2 plaster wraps in his hand, and he's still fighting. Okay? Boxing has no overall international, federal, whatever you want to say it, commission. Only the sanctioning bodies can really suspend you, and like Nevada and the individual commissions, Thus, that's why Muhammad Ali, when he was banned or suspended for boxing, was able to go to Georgia and still fight. Because there's no overall international, federal commission, nothing like that. But to continue, a man offers you $50 million. $50 million. Plus 50% on the back end. That could have been anywhere north of 70, almost $100 million. Maybe north of that. And the projected pay-per-view box was $600K. Which at this point, it may smash $1 million. And Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn lied and said they never received a term offer sheet. And I remember them saying in the boxing scene, which I can go back and get the article if anybody's in the comment section want to know, said that they received it. And Anthony Joshua had a couple questions he needed to be clarifications. And Al Heyman was going to clarify those clarifications, okay? He did. He said, Al emailed me and cleaned up the questions. And then they turned around, I don't know how long later, a couple weeks, a week or two later, and said, no, we only want to fight in the UK. We don't want the $50 million. Okay. But, who wants to fight a unification bout and make about, plus the back end money, he probably would have made $80 million. He would have lost about 80 or 70 or $60 million. $50 million was the minimum. Versus Wilder, it was the base minimum. Base minimum. And this is the $50 million that Anthony Joshua asked for. He said, oh, if it's the case, I'll give you $50 million. I'll sell on the line tomorrow. And guess what? He got his wish. He got his wish. Anybody justifying a man that could make north of 70, almost $100 million in a fight, saying that, oh, he don't need it because he's the A side. No, you're not the A side. The A side of any situation is who's bringing more to the table, who has more financial backing. And that's Deontay Wilder. He has more financial backing. Go look up who Shelly Finkel is and Al Heyman is. Okay? And that just shows you right there. And then you want to talk about the WBA. They're letting Keith Thurman sit out the whole year and not forcing him to face a mandatory. And the Super WBA does have a mandatory. It's 18 months they have to, defend their mandatory belt. I reread it today. I was wrong about not having a mandatory. 18 months. He has to defend his belt. Has it been 12 months since his last mandatory? I believe. Almost 12 months. So, it hasn't been a year and a half. But now they're forcing the issue for Povetkin to get his shot. Since October, he's been mandated to fight a mandatory. It's not even October to October. This is October last year. But all of a sudden, the WBA wants to crack down and get a mandatory shot to Povetkin after only 12 months when it's the standard 18 months for a WBA super champion to be mandated to fight as mandatory. Fishy, right? As soon as Deontay Wilder and Shelly Finkel said they was going to return the contract Friday, all of a sudden the WBA comes in and say, oh, you got to fight Povetkin inside in 24 hours. I've never seen a sanctioning bill body, give 24 hours to sign a fight. Fishy, right? Mad fishy. Mad fishy. And all of a sudden, Keith Thurman gets the ultimate G-Pass and the wait for his mandatory shot, right? But, all of a sudden, Povetkin gets a push and Joshua gets forced into his. It's not ironic. Luis Ortiz failed the drug test for the WBC. He got instantly suspended. Alexander failed the WBC valid drug test twice, and the WBA never suspended him, never dropped him. I don't believe. He never was suspended. He was only suspended from WBC from The research that I did. You see? And once Luis Ortiz really was exonerated and clean, we know that's for a fact through the WEC and Nevada testing, who did the testing, he never was re-ranked. He never gained his mandatory status from the WBA. And I just show you how corrupt, and that's Eddie Hearn passing money through. And now it's just Eddie Hearn, man, playing the game. Everybody know, even if you hate Wilder, Anthony Joshua didn't want this fight next. However you want to say it, however you want to cut the cake, there's no way you can make a case for Joshua not wanting this fight. He don't want it. And it is what it is. If he's cycling off the juice, I think that's what it honestly is. I think he is. He can't control his weight. His weight is fluctuating up and down. I wouldn't be surprised. I truly wouldn't be surprised. And it is what it is, man, with him. I'm at peace. I won't be ordering him to make it on his own in the U.S. That's what they want to put it on. But it's fun. It's funny how the WBA, forces certain mandatories. There's no real science to it. It's all about the money passing through. It's funny. And I definitely blame Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua. No, 100%. And you show me where Deontay Wilder has lied or cheated. Show me where he's lied. He said it wasn't about the money. He proved it wasn't about the money. He took the flat fee. I can show you what Eddie Hearn consistently lied at. Where's the great big fighters that he signed to the zone? I ain't heard not one fighter sign. But it's the Boxing Clinic. More. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button and share. And also hit the bell icon. We know we upload and go live. Y'all